by a deity known as Lua. Okay, the first era was populated, okay, by 401 superhuman beings, including Otunba. All of those superhuman beings were respectively saddled with responsibility of managing one thing or the other. You have the one that was in charge of pathfinding, lightning, iron. You have the one in charge of rivers. You have the one in charge of small streams. You have the one in charge of ocean, the sea. You have the one in charge of lagoon, depending on the category of the rivers. And so you also have a goddess, one of them, who was saddled with the responsibility of protecting infancy. They call her Orisha Kori deity. And so you had a particular one among them called Lua. That Lua, his own responsibility was like a messenger of God, was interfacing between the mankind and Olodumare, the God. Okay? Whenever God will have to send a prophetic message to the mankind, he will send it to Lua, who will now deliver it physically to the people. So when God decided, or when God was about to eradicate the world, it was Lua that he gave that message, that go and tell your people that I'm coming to eradicate the world. Every single living soul on the earth will perish, except those that comply with your prophetic message. Those who do not disobey you, yes. Only obedient ones among them will survive alongside with you. So Lua came and gave the message to them. Of course, they were full of life. Several of them were full of life. They didn't heed the advice. And so what God asked Lua to do, he did. God instructed him to erect an ark. Yes. The difference between this our ark and that one in the Bible, yes, is mobility. The ark that God instructed Noah to erect was a stationary ark. Just that he had to make it on the mountain top, where the water level can never reach. The water level can never get to the height of the mountain top. So God directed him to go to that mountain top and erect an ark, so that no matter the flood, you will not be victim. Whoever that is, taking a kind of refuge will not perish. And that was what happened. After 40 days and 40 nights of that heavy rain, turbulent rain, the people perished. Those who were on the mountain top with Lua, yes, of course, survived and came down to start the new era called Ife-Oyilago. Ife-Oyilago, simply like I told you, Ife-Odaye simply means Ife of the first creation. The Ife, the community that God first created. Now it gave birth to this Ife-Oyilago, Ife of the survivors of the flood. Oyilago simply means survival of turbulence. Lasibo, this is Lasibo, it means turbulence, disaster, state of confusion and what have you. So whoever that survived this was referred to as Oyilago, and Oyilago, the person that survived the turbulence. And as you can read here, this Ife came into existence after the flood that wiped off the surface of the earth during the time of Ife-Odaye. Okay? And the survivors of this mysterious incident were the ones who formed the Ife-Oyilago. But this second Ife was also abrupted when its inhabitant, I'm coming there. At Okeleri, so it conspired to challenge Olodumare at Okeleri, which Olodumare insisted by sculpting their plans, and he changed their language to various forms. This was what started the first migration of people from Ife to various parts of the world. Like I said earlier, you know, the overpopulation of the second era gave back to the third era by way of migration. Is he here?
Yes, he's there.
Where is he?
Let me call him.
Oh, yeah, you can. Why not? So this Ife will get back to Ife Akolubere because Ife had overgrown by his immediate territory that time. So there was a need to expand. And so the king or the leadership now came up with an expansionist policy by seconding their princes and, you know, gallant to be slaves or soldiers or hunters out of Ife to settle, you know, in their respective domains. Okay? So that's why you could see that somebody will leave Ife, go eastward, you know, create a kingdom. Somebody will leave and go northward, create a kingdom, and that was how Ife created the world. Now, the meaning of this Ife, Ife, that portion land for other kingdom. Akonbebe simply mean portioning. You know, creating new haven for people. Portioning, Akonbebe. So, and in their journey through these three dynasties, only the human beings among them were perishing. Those supernatural human beings, were not perishing. I know that because they could function both physically and spiritually. So when it was raining, they didn't perish with the rain, with the flood. They disappeared. Of course, some disappeared into the wind, some disappeared even in the water. They went into the water, and that's why you have, you know, some manure water in the you know. So and some enter trees. Some will, you know, enter the rock, and so by the time people returned to start the second era, they also surfaced again, and now see you know, kept being with them. Okay.
Thank you very much.
So what you see here, okay, is just a representation of what we have in Ife. Okay, as natural or mineral resources. You know, we have gold here. We have lithium in Ife. We have we have lithium. We have tourmaline, different category of tourmaline, and in large commercial quantity. That's why you have a Chinese community in Ife. You know, where you have a Chinese community, definitely they are looking for something.
Very well.
So, okay, these are the Ooni'S. Presently, we have 51st Ooni of the third dynasty. Okay, this era, this world, this present world that we are in, is the third dynasty of mankind. Okay, and from this place, it was started by Otunba and his contemporaries. You know, talking of Otunba, talking of Obatala, talking of Osun, talking of Olokun, those are gods and goddesses. Okay, with different responsibilities. So Otunba was the first. He was succeeded. He was succeeded by Osongobama King. Osongobama King is the grandfather of Olugbo. You know Olugbo in Ondo State?
Yes.
Okay. And Osongobama was succeeded by Ogun.
Ogun?
Yeah, god of
Iron.
And chief pathfinder.
Where my Ogun?
Okay. He was a pathfinder, you know. He was the one who created, you know, roads and footpaths for people to. Then Ogun was succeeded by Obalufon, who was also in the contemporary category of Ogun and Oduduwa. Don't forget that Ogun and Oduduwa were allies.
Yes.
Because they were gods, they were allies, they were friends. that you are best of allies. Yeah, Ogun was a very supportive ally of Oduduwa.
Did they reign the same time? Is it
They
the highlight?
lived on the hard center. No,
The center.
no. When Oduduwa had left, Oduduwa was succeeded, like I said, by Osun Global, who was the son of Oramfe. Oramfe was the god of fire. Okay, emulated by Sango. Sango was a human being, but very powerful man who derived his spirituality from, Oramfe. Okay, that's why he too was emanating fire from through his mouth. So Oramfe was the god of fire. He was the father of Osun Global. So Ogun succeeded him. Obalufon, like I said, succeeded Ogun. Now, the son of Obalufon also succeeded Obalufon. Okay, this is a god. This is not a god.
But the son succeeded.
Succeeded his father. Now, the son of this was this Onomiyan. Who at the time Obalufon was ruling Ife, he was already ruling Oyo as Alafin. Okay, he was already the Alafin of Oyo. As at the time Obalufon was the Oni of Ife. Which means he had already gone to Benin and returned. Because he was in Benin before he was seconded to establish Oyo.
Not be lie.
Okay, so he was ruling Oyo at the same time Obalufon was ruling Ife. Now, upon hearing the news of accession to the throne by Obalufon Alayemore, the son of this man, he got furious. I said, no, it's our turn.
That is true.
That your father just left. How can you succeed? He was actually the one who introduced the former succession plan. Before him, there was not really
Nothing like
former
succession
plan. It was then it was a battle of the titans. Survival of the fittest. Whoever that could mount the throne. But now having realized that
he was already crowned in Oyo.
Yes.
But he still want to come back home to
of course,
to succeed the
he
father.
was a prince here. He was a king in Oyo, but prince here.
That is it.
He was seconded from here.
Yes, I got
to establish
Oyo.
He was seconded to establish so many kingdoms in the land. Not only Oyo, he established the Benin royalty.
Because
he established the Oyo royalty.
We know why
many royalties.
We know why he couldn't continue in Benin.
We don't want to go there. But the fact remains that he established the royal dynasty in Benin, and he was one who installed his son Owomika. He no problem. He was one who installed his own son.
Yes.
His own son Owomika.
You are right.
Owomika.
Yes, who was later mispronounced by people called Eweka simply means Owomika.
Yes.
That is, I'm in charge.
Yes.
I'm in charge. Owomika.
That is very correct. We get the story.
So now, after returning from the Benin sojourn, Benin assignment, it was like an ambassadorial assignment.
That is very correct.
Upon his return, of course, the leadership here were impressed. And so they had reason to give him another assignment.
Yes.
So he was now made to embark on another journey to Oyo, to establish Oyo. So like I said, he established Oyo. He not only established Oyo as a community, he also created the throne in Oyo and became the king, Alafin, owner of the palace. Alafin simply means the owner of the palace. So he became the Alafin. Now, like I said, upon hearing the news of the demise or exit of Obalufon, Ogbogbo, and the accession to the throne by his son, he got furious and he abdicated voluntarily. He abdicated the throne in Oyo
and came to
and said that I'm going back home to take over my father's
and that which is correct.
So he wage what we could call, what you can call the first coup d'etat. He became Oni through that palace coup.
Yes.
Okay? He came and ousted Obalufon, Alaimori, and then made himself. So he was the one who now saw a need, so to say, to have a succession plan. And those who succeeded him, one after the other, happened to be his own lineage.
And if he has done that to return backward to say, I want to come and continue from where my father stopped, it would have been something else.
Yes, and don't forget, when he was living Oyo,
Yes.
he also replaced or he succeeded himself
Yes.
with his own son too.
Of course. Yes.
Just as he did in Benin.
Yeah, in Benin.
He made his own son, Dada Ajaka,
Yes.
to replace him.
Yes, it was a good one.
Yes, so
was
his
a
son
very good
became
one.
the second Alaafin of Oyo. Okay, and that man was a brother to Sango. Because Sango was Oromion's son too.
Yes.
Okay, and after Alaafin Ajaka, Sango came and mounted the throne. So you could see that he was able to perfect the establishment for the succession plan in such a way that his children will continue to.
That exactly, and that is what.
Even in Benin, his children till today are the Omonoba of Benin.
That
His
is
children today in Oyo, and so you have it here. Okay.
It's a good one.
So, like I said, so far we have had 51 Oni of the third dynasty, and the current Oni, Long Meire,
Amen.
is the 51st of the third dynasty of Ife. Yeah. Let me also play some sentiment here. Yes, this is a man, very handsome. You can see he's a very handsome man.
After you Ancestral the second.
Yeah, and this is my great grandfather. This is my own great grandfather. This man gave birth to the man that gave birth to my mother. Adimiri. And that's why some people called me Prince, even though maternal.
You are from the left side.
Yes, and this is Sir Adesoja Aderemi. The most powerful African king in his time, who doubled as Oni of Ife, and at the same time, simultaneously, as the governor of Western Region.
Okay.
That it will never happen again. I don't see it happening again. How can somebody be king and at the same time governor? He made it. He did it.
That is what happened.
And not just a state to Western region.
Western region, yes.
That
Western
covered
region
Delta, Edo, and part of Bayelsa. He was the governor.
So
while Awolowo was president.
Is it in his time that Midwest was created?
It was after his. Midwest was created by the big chief.
No. Midwest was created 63 when Awolowo was still there. 1963, August 24th.
Okay, that was when Osadebe.
Yes.
Okay, it was his period.
Yes.
It was his time. No, I thought the village created.
No.
Okay, it was Osadebe. Osadebe was the first premier of Midwest. Okay,
Yes.
that's correct.
Wow.
So this is a banquet hall. This is one of the rooms where he entertains, where he receives and entertains his guests. We have chambers like this. I think about 7 of these in the palace larger chamber. But this, I think, is the VIP. I cannot say this is the big. This is not the biggest, but this is strictly for the VIP. So you are going to be given to VIP your own well-deserved VIP treatment, yes. Well-deserved VIP treatment. So you can take us.
So we are welcome to Ife.
Oh, this is your home, of course. This is your home. This is where your ancestor, on your left. He left from here to establish the dynasty in Benin. Hey! No, don't worry. But maybe it will be order. But I don't, let me occupy the floor. Tony, you're not going to that one. No, I'm going to do it. Look at this.
Excuse me.
How do we do the king?